Hey everyone, it's DC from the DC Life channel. I've been hard at work on some really fun content that I can't wait to share with you. But before I move into this video, I just want to take some time to thank everyone for making my 4-part series of Should We Restore the Snyderverse such a success. Thank you for all the engagement and nerding out with me here on the channel and on the social medias. It's been such a blast. I also wanted to let you know that I was invited to be part of a podcast about the Snyderverse by Mr. J, one of the nicest guys online on the Mr. J Facebook and YouTube channels. Be sure to give his show some love, especially episodes 46 and 47 featuring yours truly, and I'll make sure to have links for you down in the description below. Okay, it's movie review time, and today I have my review of Thor, Love and Thunder. This is Chris Hemsworth's 4th solo outing as Thor, the God of Thunder. He teams up again with Taika Waititi after they successfully reignited Thor's struggling franchise with Thor Ragnarok with a newfound comedic and fun-loving tone. Love and Thunder definitely continues to cash in on the magic of Ragnarok and takes an even bigger risk with jokes and a lightheartedness that may seem to overwhelm the new movie's main characters, coupled with essentially an overall lack of direction. Love and Thunder is part of MCU's Phase 4, where Marvel continues to promise that all these new movies are leading to something big. Not an Avengers movie, but something big nonetheless, exploring themes and paths that are still keeping fans around the world wondering if they should continue to invest their time and money into the MCU. Well, your guess is as good as mine as to what Kevin Feige is up to with Love and Thunder. We've got lots to talk about. And I just want to very quickly warn everyone right now that we're moving straight into spoiler territory in order to have a more interesting discussion. So let's go. So the movie kind of starts off heavy, or at least it tries to. There's no Marvel logo, and immediately we move into Gore the God Butcher. We go into his origin, right? He's the main antagonist of the movie. So essentially, he loses his daughter due to his blind and undying faith for some jerk of a gold god called Rapu, I think. And he, I don't even know what kind of god he is. He just hangs out with silly flower spirits and some other little creatures that I cannot remember. But we do know that Rapu eats cannibals. Yum, 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 yum. Coincidentally, Rapu just killed some god who has the Necro Sword, which Rapu tells Gore that the sword can kill gods. Basically, this is the level of storytelling we're getting. Like every aspect of this movie, right? Like, if we need something, then we'll just say because, right? So, just like in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, we suddenly have to care about Christine and her relationship with Doctor Strange. It's kind of similar here. Suddenly, Jane Foster's relationship with Thor, though it's so important, and they don't show her from Thor 3, which is Thor Ragnarok, all the way through Infinity War and Endgame. None of that, we don't have to show any of that. But then suddenly, his relationship with Jane Foster is very important, and we have to come back to that. Which is basically Natalie Portman's like, I'm not doing any more of these movies until they make it all about me. I'm just guessing, I have no idea actually. Jane Foster, the great astrophysicist, unfortunately now has cancer, which is comic accurate, right? There was a run on Thor where suddenly this mysterious female character is able to wield Mjolnir. And I hope I'm saying that name right.
Mjolnir?
What's Mjolnir?
Jonathan?
And in the comics, it was like Jane Foster, for some reason, finds Mjolnir deserted somewhere, and she's like, well, you know what? We always have to have a Thor, and because of that, she's Thor. Why Jane Foster, a mortal, is able to wield the power of Mjolnir, and suddenly Thor is actually a mantle and not an actual god character, even though Norse mythology wise it's an actual god. It's not like here, take my crown and you're Thor now, and it's never been established, but we're gonna just do it in this movie. And Thor is with the Asgardian children, and they are like in trouble basically, because Thor is the only person who can protect them. So Thor decides that, all right, kids, you're gonna have to fight for yourselves, because I'm gonna deal with Gore, right? So right at that moment, he decides that he is going to give the kids the power of Thor. And nowhere has there been established that he could do that, but suddenly he can. And just like in the comics, it wasn't very explained well. Here, it's like, we'll explain it in a montage that shows that it's actually been set up the whole time, right? It's revealed that Jane Foster is actually not getting better with her cancer. Even though she's Thor, it turns out she's still getting sicker, right? So then there's this moment where she's in the bathroom and she's in pain, and she drops Mjolnir and reverts back to Jane Foster, and it's like, oh, I'm really sick. And then just immediately right there, Elaine Foster, Jane Foster's mom, out of nowhere, there's a montage of her when she was a little girl. Elaine Foster also had cancer or some kind of terminal illness, and right in, like, very quickly, in a minute, less than a minute of a montage, Elaine Foster says to Jane Foster, you have to keep fighting. And then because of that, okay, I'm very sick, but I'm gonna keep fighting. Well, let's take a break from the review here so that I can remind you to join me in the discussion. Please let me know in the comment section down below of what you think of Thor: Love and Thunder. Do you agree that it's more humor than substance? What about the thought of the movie seemingly not having much direction? Do you think that Marvel missed the boat here with what they set up in Endgame with the Guardians of Galaxy, or Valkyrie, or even Jane Foster Thor? I would love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget, while you're typing away, to show the channel some love by hammering the like button, and remember to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications of more great content coming your way. All right, back to the video. Nobody matters in this movie. The most important character in this movie is Taika Waititi's jokes, is Taika Waititi's lighthearted vibe. The most important character is in this movie is Thor Ragnarok. It's Thor Ragnarok's jokes that's been carried over into this movie. Literally, just like the gear for a comedy has been pushed to level 11. It's kind of like a stand-up comedian who doesn't have good timing, right? Tells a great joke and stays on the awkwardness of the situation just a little too long, where it takes you out of the joke, right? At one moment they're like, okay, are you ready for the trip? Yes, I am. I've got my sword, I've got my dagger, and then here is a thing that looks like a grenade. And Jane Foster's like, wow, Asgardian grenade? No, it's a wireless speaker. And then she hits play, and Mary J. Blige's Family Affair comes on. And it literally drags on for too long, because then Natalie Portman starts to like bop to the song, and then it goes to Valkyrie, and Valkyrie bops to the song, and then they bop for too long. They bop for too long, and then it's like cringe. Okay, moving on, next scene. It goes to black, and then You've got Korg going, let me tell you the story of about Thor, the awesome Viking god of thunder, and the story of Love and Thunder. So this is basically what Love and Thunder is about. It's about this story of Thor and the girl he's been raising. It's going to be Thor, who found himself in fatherhood. I don't know what he found. I don't know what he discovered, but basically he discovered that he's a really good father. I've discovered that if I wasn't so focused on myself, then I'll be a better Thor, right? So here you go, Love and Thunder. It's all this fuss is actually about fulfilling the name Love and Thunder. What? First of all, what? It wasn't the worst movie ever. I think Thor 2 is definitely worse, right? Maybe Captain Marvel.
How dare you!
I was entertained at times, just not the best level of storytelling. But what I really do appreciate is the setup for Hercules.
Do you understand me, my son? Yes, Father.
I thought Christian Bale did okay, you know, like I don't think he was given the right material. He definitely shows range, but all in all, I thought Christian Bale did a good job. Just a waste of his acting skills and a character. Natalie Portman wasn't terrible. She wasn't great either. I don't think she fits in this kind of comedic action movie. She's not terrible. She's not necessarily even too stiff. The mighty Thor character in the comics was shoehorned into importance. Similarly, she's that in this movie. She's important, but not really.
Well then, if it's color we need, let's bring the rainbow. I mean, saving lives she's quite good at, but the rest of it, she needs work.
How many catchphrases have there been?
A lot. Yep, jump the gun.
I hope you had fun reviewing Thor, Love and Thunder with me. Let's discuss. Let me know if you think that the MCU, like Thor, are stuck finding themselves. What did you think of Jane Foster Thor? Do you like Russell Crowe's Zeus? And are you excited for Hercules? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to give the video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe as I have more exciting new content coming your way. Ring the bell icon so you know about them when they're live. Thank you so much for the view, and check out dclife.com for more info on me. I hope you're inspired to keep reaching out for what you love, as I do that myself, because life's too short. Live it fully. Until the next video.